Ladies and gentlemen, may I direct your attention to something quite extraordinary.
You are listening to
Kayak Adventure Series.
Kayak Adventure Series. This is where you choose your own adventure. You want to be offshore, you want to be shallow, you want to go up the
You
creek,
want to have a kayak that is sophisticated.
or a kayak that is simple.
You get to choose your own adventure.
Oh, looky there. That's a micro bag. I hope you brought the family. This is going to be wild. Hey, this adventure is going to be amazing.
All right. We're live. People are joining in as we speak. So hopefully you can hear me. You guys can put in the comments if you can hear me. Again, the Wi-Fi here is not the greatest. And I'm sure after a tropical storm, who knows, could be affecting it a little bit. But we are live. You guys are joining. And it was an incredible day, a wild day, an adventure, no doubt about it. This is the most adventurous Kayak Adventure Series tournament ever. So new fishing, you're always on fast. So appreciate that. So we'll get to the information, the main stuff, the meat of this. We're going to quickly just go over what was going to happen tomorrow, the schedule and all that good stuff. You're welcome, Bronzeback Bassin. Thanks for the room. Yeah, we hook you guys up, man. Hook you guys up here. Appreciate you guys coming. And, you know, the rain, nothing can stop us from having fun and fellowship, right? So it's been a cool event, and you guys are going to have memories from this event and stories for a lifetime. So it was a lot of fun. So now that people are getting on, I will quickly start to just give you the update. Tomorrow in downtown Towanda, it is scheduled around noon to hit 16 foot, over 16 foot on the gauge, which is a moderate flood stage. It's flood stage, but moderate. They have a higher level. So I'm not sure if it's going to actually get into the streets or not. We will see. We'll be there, so we'll see. But it's going to be wild. So obviously we cannot allow fishing tomorrow. Even the three lakes, those three big lakes in the northwest portion of our, boundary that we added, those are no longer open tomorrow either. So they actually got the most rain northwest, so no longer open over there. So the one-day shootout is what it is. We're ending it here, and you guys caught fish all the way up until the very end, believe it or not. So it was pretty impressive. You guys pushed yourselves. You learned a lot. So many of you guys have just told me how much you learned and what a cool experience this was to actually be on the river on that kind of a rise. And I mean, we say rise, even the Towanda gauge right here downtown. Obviously, you guys that were in other areas had a different experience, but it actually only has gone up from this morning. It's only gone up 1.5 feet to right now, the gauge. Now, it might be chocolate milk, but it's actually only up 1.5 feet. So pretty wild what's about to happen, because we're going to go another, I don't know, whatever it is, another all the way up to 16 foot. So we're at 3.5 foot now. We're going up to 16. So it's going to be crazy by noon tomorrow. But anyway, it was a fun event, you guys. This was so awesome. I cannot wait to get to the awards tomorrow. So let's give you guys the schedule since we're not going to be fishing tomorrow. We're moving everything up so you guys can get on the road if you need to get on the road earlier. But a lot of you guys have lodging already set in place through tomorrow night. The weather's going to be beautiful. So even though we move this up, we're going to go hang out probably someplace tomorrow, maybe the Flying Taco again for an after party. I know people are there tonight. If you want to go there tonight, you got nothing to wake up for tomorrow. You're probably whipped, but if you want to go there tonight, I know the Keystone Bass Kayak Series is handing out their awards right now, and people are hanging out at the Flying Taco. I just left, and I might go back actually as soon as this live stream's over. We're just a few minutes away, so it's going to be a fun time over there. But obviously, moving it forward will help everybody. But there's only so much we can do in terms of how far we can move it forward, because we have a lot of moving parts and people and schedules with theaters, and they can only do so much. But here's the schedule, as you can see, scrolling at the bottom of the ticker. 11 a.m. Bash U Brunch. We're going to do the Bash U Brunch and going to provide that breakfast brunch food for you guys as well. So come on over, enjoy some good stuff at the Bash U Brunch tomorrow at the theater. And then we actually, let me see, I can read here. It says 11 a.m. is when the food is going to be served. Seminars will begin at 11:30. So it gives you guys a little bit of fellowship time, some time to get in there, get your food. And then as you're eating food, you can listen to a seminar. We'll have, I'm not sure if John Ost is still making it or not. We'll see. But obviously I'm there. Jeff Little's there. We'll do a round table with Jigs and Bigs podcast with Bobby Roastbeef, sort of a live round table, question and answer, and just kind of start hitting on different topics. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And we'll give you guys a little bit of time to, socialize and, hang out, talk as you're eating the food. It's not just going to be one, seminar and stuff after another without a break. You're going to have some time to hang out, test drive a Toyota truck, look at the new Toyotas, look at the Upco bike from, that's going to be given away to the AOI, and do demos on that bike. It's a lot of fun. You guys can do demos on that. We'll have all the Kayak Adventure Series merchandise there, stuff like that. We'll have things going on that we can do in between, little breaks we have. Bobby Roastbeef from Jigs and Bigs podcast will be doing his fishy trivia here at the theater. It's going to be at approximately, when the seminars are over, we'll get him on around 1:00-ish. And I believe around 1:00. And then he'll probably end around 1:30 or 1:45. And we'll try to be starting our awards at 2. So we'll be done around 3:15. So that's the game plan for, I'm looking at the bottom of the screen. Yeah, that's what it says. Approximately 2 p.m. for awards. So we'll be done by 3:15. So instead of ending at 7:15, we'll be done a lot earlier. So you guys we can go hang out, have dinner somewhere, have a little after party, or you guys can head home if you need to. I got another question coming in. There will be an email sent out as well to you guys, just explaining this itinerary once again. So I want to say a few things. We turned the leaderboard off at 5, and you guys smashed a lot of fish. It was pretty impressive to see what you guys did. Turned the leaderboard off at 5, so it's still a very, very much unknown on what happened to the final standings, because you could still submit fish photos until 8:30, so another 15 minutes basically. And I was impressed with how the positivity, with everything you guys the feedback and how much fun everyone had, and just how much they said they were challenged and they learned so much. Even the guys who didn't really find where they were stacked up said, dude, this was a learning experience that I'm going to be able to take with me to the future. And you guys took a positive from it. And like I said, rising water and flooding conditions can never stop us from coming together, fellowshipping, and having a good time, which is what this Kayak Adventure Series is really all about at its core. But the blessing in disguise and the good news is we have a Kayak Adventure Series where we had a Friday and Saturday already scheduled, and we just moved Friday up and gave you the whole day Friday. So we were able to get this one in. If this would have been one day, earlier, this storm, we would never be able to fish anything. It's going to be flooded for several days, many days. So blessing in disguise, we were able to get it done. You guys had a great learning experience and a lot of stories to tell. And if we're not here, you guys had a great time out there and had a lot of fun. And so it pushed yourself. So that's awesome. So we'll try to wrap this up here with what was the last thing I was going to say? Oh, I don't remember what it is. Anybody remember? Have a question? What was I getting into? I think that's it. I was talking about the awards and I don't know. But if you missed at the beginning, guys, I know 30 people are on there now. Just everything's flooded tomorrow. 16-foot cresting by noon downtown Towanda. So the gauge is only at 3.5 foot right now. It's going to be 16 feet at noon. So it's going to be flooded. We can't put you guys on the water. The lakes are also out of bounds tomorrow because the 3 lakes in the Northwest are off limits. The Corps is not even opening up those lakes tomorrow. They're flooded. There's debris in them, maybe by Sunday. So no choice but to cancel day 2 and go with the one-day shootout, which is pretty common in bass fishing events that have multiple days to have a day canceled. So blessed that you guys were able to get out there all day and that no tornadoes or anything crazy happened. No one was injured. Everyone stayed safe. And you learned a lot. So that's pretty much it. We'll see you guys at and we'll send the email out with that schedule here very soon. And then we'll probably head back over to the Flying Taco. So going over there, let's have some fun if you're close enough to the Flying Taco. And tomorrow at the awards, we'll find out who took the title at the Fiesta on the Susky, who got into the top 10, that comes on stage, who cast a check, all that fun stuff, who's going to win the micro bag, who's going to win the Bonafide RVR 119, and someone's going to win all this stuff. So no matter what If it's difficult or challenging, just like the U.S. Open in golf has knee-deep rough and greens that are as fast as a granite countertop, doesn't matter. It's the grind, it's the challenge. Somebody has to win. Somebody has to mentally be able to stay in the game, like so many of you guys did, who actually were still catching fish up to the very end. And maybe tomorrow we can announce the latest fish, timestamp fish that was caught. And that would be very impressive based on how those water levels rose throughout the day. So that's your schedule. We'll see you tomorrow at the Bass U brunch at 11 a.m. And we'll just go from there. And again, no Eastside Riverfront Park, no park at all. Once you're at the theater for the Bass U brunch, we don't want you guys to have to leave to go to the park. And no one's going to do kayak demos and all that stuff anyway, because it's soaking wet over there. The river's flooded. So everything at the theater, we're going to roll right from Bass U brunch into the awards. And it just makes the most sense. We can get it done a lot quicker and easier that way. So get you guys out or just get to the after party. It's going to be a lot of fun. See you at the theater at 11. Thanks, guys. Had a great day.